Welcome to Melanie's Mathematics Standards Review Learning Aid. First order of business is to log in. Up in the top right hand corner you type in the ID that the student has been assigned and the login button. Now if you happen to be in more than one class, there's a drop down and you select the appropriate class. In this case there's only one class in which this student is registered. To initiate the generation of a question, you simply pick a major category and then it will provide you with a list of question types or minor categories, and when you select that one, the one you want, it will provide you with a question that's been generated randomly. Now on the right is the list of multiple choice options that have been provided, and once the student has made a calculation and a determination of the answer, he simply clicks in the multiple choice option box that he desires and clicks the submit button. In this particular case, the question's been answered correctly and the message comes back, a congratulatory message indicating how the student's done in this question category relative to other students that have been answering these questions, and also the particular speed at which he has finished this actual question. So in this case, this says it says 6th fastest time, and it's the 7th fastest time overall. In another example, under geometry, we're going to look at angles, and we're going to find one that in this case has some sample clues with it. And in this case it's saying from the illustration, which you can make larger by doing a cursor over, it's asking how many degrees are in angle B when the other two angles have been provided. Now if the student wishes, they can ask for a clue to be presented, and it warns them that if you do, it adds some seconds to it, but it'll give you a better idea of what the answer might be if a student has some question about it. So in this case, it's telling you that the sum of the interior angle of any triangle will always equals 180 degrees. So with deductive reasoning, the student's going to add these two together, subtract it from 180, and come up with an answer. And let's say that he comes up with 98. Unfortunately, this is incorrect, so the routine provides him with an answer indicating that. Xing this out, he can give it another try, or he can try another clue. In this case, he will try another clue. It's given him the actual process of subtraction that I mentioned earlier. Now, if he still has some issues, he can click the icon for multiple choice. Again, there's another penalty, and you notice over here he's down to 1 minute and 11 seconds left. But it's given him now a list of choices. Instead of having to calculate it himself, he can pick it from the list, and if he adds this together, he can see that the total ends in 3, so the chances are that this answer is going to be the correct one. And in submitting that, ba-boom, and again the same kind of answer message comes up congratulating him on how quickly he was able to do it relative to other students in the class, and then with respect to his own time in this question category. So let's just take do one more example here. In the number system, we'll look at the coordinate plane and put emphasis on the display box, because this, in some cases, you can't really. With the triangle, it was a little more readily witnessed, but in this case, you are well served to put your cursor over it and get it larger. And the question is, what is the ordered pair for point B? And for point B, in looking at the illustration, it can see that the x-axis appears to be -9, and the y-axis appears to be 7. So it looks like B is the correct answer, and ba-boom, it is. Now, it should be noted that in this process, there may be some additional help the student requires, and he can click on this toolbox, which will provide different tools that will help him to possibly answer the question in terms of arithmetic matrices, single digit attributes, and conversions.